One of the other things I learned in Mogadishu is why I should not drink alcohol. You know, I was very convinced that, hey, look, Jesus turned water into wine. So why should I not? I mean, let's face it. Of course, there are those who argue, there are all sorts of scholars, that, the wine was actually not alcoholic wine. Well, okay, as far as I was concerned anyway. Jesus turned water into wine. And then there are many cases of people drinking wine. So I thought, look, I don't mind anything else, but I like my wine every once in a while, red wine, every once in a while. And then I like my beer also. So while I was in this, I had made up my mind that I was going to continue drinking my beer, despite the fact I was born again. As a matter of fact, I thought to myself, on this particular Sunday, I was coming back from the fellowship where I had preached, because somehow, I'd become the pastor of this fellowship. We just decided that this guy looks like he might be a good pastor. He just made me the pastor anyway. Well, that's another story. So I was coming back from the fellowship, and I was just hoping to buy myself 2 cans of Heineken and go to my room and read my Bible. Honestly. No, seriously. That's exactly what it was. So, I had no other business except, that was exactly what I wanted to do. So here I was, coming back from this fellowship, and there were very many restaurants in the UN compound in Mogadishu. So I went to this particular restaurant, and as I walked into the restaurant, I saw many of my colleagues from different countries. They were sitting down there drinking beer. As soon as I came in, they all started hiding their drinks. So I went over to the guy, one of the guys in my office, a Danish guy, a guy from Denmark. I said to him, Jürgen, why are you hiding your whiskey? He said, you are the priest. I said, you are the priest. He said, we mustn't be drinking where the priest is. It occurred to me immediately that there's no way I can be drinking here. How does the priest drink? And it was very clear to me that without a doubt, God was saying to me that yes, all things may be lawful, but not all things are expedient. All things may be lawful, but not all things edify. It was quite clear to me from that moment. And from that day, I have not touched alcohol. That's a long time ago.